Good day. As you can imagine, the last month was very harrowing for me and my partner's families. There is not enough space, and it is not appropriate at this time to go into details, but I would like to take this opportunity to just briefly explain our actions. The conditions were extreme. We encountered heavy snowfall and low cloud, which contributed to our enrolled overnighting in the open, which affect our plans to reach Lake Mackenzie Hut. In our attempt to reach the hut, the tragic accident happened when my partner fell and died. After his death, it took my under 2 nights in the open before I reached the safety of the hut. The recent heavy snows meant I was walking through waist deep snow, and because all tech marks were covered, I had to find my own way. During this time, I got extremely cold, exhausted, and my feet were frozen. At the hut, considering my physical health, the deep snow conditions, knowing there were avalanche paths and of me, I knew it was best to stay in the safe place. I made few attempts to walk out from the hut, but my fear and weather conditions and the deep snow discouraged me from doing so. At the hut, I saw numerous avalanches coming down. I would like to use this opportunity to pass a strong message into anyone intending to travel in the New Zealand mountains to seek very good information and mainly respect to winter conditions and quickly changing weather. I am aware we made a few mistakes, not leaving our intentions with somebody, not carrying an PLB, and underestimating the winter conditions of the trek. Thank you. All these aspects contributed on to our tragedy. I would like to thank the New Zealand Land SA and local police and dog for their effort to birth. It's okay. Birth me to save. It's very, very important. Especially, I would like to thanks Vladka and Richard Kennett for their help and assistance on the personal basic and helping our families to get through all this. They are heroes for me.
Thank you, Pavlina. Vladka will answer questions.
Right, I just first of all would like to really thank Pavlina. It's really emotional, as you can see. She's really brave, and the whole course she went through, it was enormously difficult for her family, and I'm really pleased that actually all happened as it happened at the end, and she could stay with us, and we could be of help.
Vladka, Kurt Bay from the Herald. Thank you to you both for coming in and talking to us and telling us what happened. Are you able to fill us in into the lead up to the tragic fall and the circumstances around it?
Well, probably not more than it was given already in the media. Andre just slipped, or they both slipped and fell. He got stuck between rock and some branches. Pavlina slipped behind him, was unable to help him out, and that was it.
And she stayed with him for a number of 2 nights?
Correct. She stayed with him for the first night beside him because, first of all, she wanted to be with him, and she couldn't move any further due to the weather conditions. And next night she stayed out and open as well because she couldn't find a way again, thanks to the heavy snow on the path.
How did Pavlina survive in those conditions and keep warm?
I don't understand it myself. I think she is really tough woman. I think the conditions were extreme, sub-zero temperatures. She just tried to do everything to survive, tried to rub her feet, exercising her feet and hands, keep them moving, get a little bit of circulation. She tried to put everything she could find on her body, wrap and survival blanket she had or they had. So everything that was available she tried to put on.
And can you tell us how she's managed to make her way to the warden's hut?
Well, at the end, as far as I understood, she made few attempts to get back on a track or somewhere she can see anything. The poor visibility, actually, she failed to do so because of it. At the end, she managed to walk around the lake. Somehow she went down out of the path, completely out of the track, and at the end she saw the hut. It was really slow travel because of the snow, and she was completely exhausted.
Has she spoken to you about her feelings in making that hut, and and how did she get inside, and what sort of emotions did she have once she sort of found some sort of shelter?
Well, I think it's really difficult to describe any emotions in a situation like that, but she initially went into the public public dog hut, as she couldn't make the fire there, and she was hoping there would be some kind of communication in the warden's hut. She broke in through the window and got in and tried to use whatever was available in the warden's hut.
Okay. It's a long time to wait. Did she ever give up? Fear that no one would ever come?
Well, she made few attempts, as she said in her statement, to walk out of the hut. But because of the situation she was in, her physical conditions in the snow, and mainly because she didn't know what is at the end of the track, she always returned back. She only made it a couple hundred meters and returned back. She wasn't confident to carry on, but she didn't give up trying. She tried everything, I believe, she could, given the conditions.
How did she keep herself going for 24 days?
Well, probably you have to have some kind of stamina, but if you have nothing else to do, she tried to wave helicopters, fix wings, whatever was flying over. As you know from the previous statements, she tried to make a letter H at least. Nothing obviously, so yeah. She tried to find a way out and tried to make some tools how to get out.
Vladka, can you give us an understanding of how much relief to be out now and safe?
Well, as you can imagine, if you're stuck somewhere for a month, I think I would be really relieved to get out of after a week and knowing the conditions out there. So, of course, I think we're quite happy to, have her in, and I think she's quite happy to be with us at the moment.
You've spoken with her family?
Yes.
Yeah. How did all that go? It must have been a big moment.
Yes, again, everybody can imagine how they go through when they lose a child, but they communicated quite close, the families, Pavlina's and Andre's, so they stick together and just waiting for information from us and working with us.
Are you able to tell us a little bit about Pavlina and Andre, just about who they are?
They are just partners. Yep.
And what do they do back home in the Czech Republic? They were on
I'm
holiday,
not that much aware of the background, to be honest. They're just here on working holiday. That's all of I'm aware at the moment.
And what food did she manage to get hold of at the time?
We didn't talk about it as yet. We generally talked about food, so I don't know what exactly was available. We didn't get into it. Yeah, she managed to, obviously, to eat something. It was warden supplies, so it's probably something she could use.
You talk about her being quite resourceful and trying to get out, and some of the tools she made. Can you talk us through some of the things that she made?
Yeah, I give her enormous credit, being myself in search and rescue. I think she tried really hard to get out there. She used whatever she could use, items to put together to make the snowshoes, crampons, some walking sticks, things like that. Eventually, unfortunately, it failed, but some of the guys actually saw the stuff and they said it was pretty good actually going.
We'll just take a couple more questions so Pavlina can get home.
Was it important to get her partner's body back?
No, obviously. Yeah.
So that's a relief.
Very important, for her, for the families.
And what are her plans in the coming days?
I think at the moment Pavlina really wants to go home again, as you can imagine, back to the family, and so you just need to take the practical steps to do so, bring her home.
Olaf, is there anything else you want to add about the case at the moment? Any new developments or after speaking that way?
No, just to reiterate some comments from yesterday around that Pavlina made the right decision. Some very unhelpful commentary out there about people were guessing what may or may not have happened, but with all the risks that were out there, Pavlina made the right decision to stay put and wait to be rescued.
And in terms of your investigations and so on, is that finished or are they ongoing?
It's a coronial inquiry, which will be ongoing for obviously the investigation.
Can you talk us through how you went this morning?
I haven't had a report back from the team, but the recovery was what we set out to do today, and the team's very pleased that we're able to recover as to who we think is Andre off the mountain there. But again, formal identification is yet to be carried out.
Vladka, in relation to those unhelpful comments that have been circulating, how upsetting has that been for Pavlina?
Well, I think because she's such a brave person, she's just above that all. Of course, it's not helpful, and she, I think, is doing really well trying not to regard to it. She just ignores it. What can you do?
That seems like a good place to finish. Thanks, everyone.